their usual response would be, "Really? My parents forced me to do it too!" And I can relate. I absolutely hated anything and everything about piano. I first started playing it at the young and tender age of 5, and I've been playing it ever since. The teacher that I started out with, let's just call her Miss Holly, since I don't want to use her real name, as I'm going to be saying some rather offending things. Don't get me wrong, Miss Holly was an exemplary teacher. In fact, one of my friends takes lessons with her, and she's one of the best pianists that I know. It's just that Miss Holly wasn't for me. Her method of teaching included lots of practice and boring repetition, but that was never really my style. Every day I practiced maybe 20 minutes of piano, at most, if my mom actually remembered to tell me to practice at all. Otherwise, I just avoided the piano. But hey, who wouldn't if they were internally suffering from the torturous finger exercises they were forced to do? Her method of teaching, I didn't like it. It wasn't right. And then, around 4th grade or so, my mom found me a new teacher. But she was nothing like I expected. When I first came over, instead of introducing herself, shaking my hand, all that boring formal stuff, she hugged me. Like, really, literally, I was so stunned. She just didn't seem professional at all. And then she said to me, "Guess what? With me, you don't have to practice." And I was like, "Where have you been all my life?" I'm just kidding. She didn't actually say that. I just wanted to enjoy the moment when everyone thought, "What? Really? Who is this woman?" Her method of teaching was drastically different from Miss Holly's. Of course, practice and repetition was still involved. However, she made everything more interesting. Every song had its own voice rolling off the tongue. She made everything more dramatic, more dynamic, more drastic, more... What's another astic I can use? Epiclastic? I don't know. Unlike Miss Holly, I immediately connected with Miss Mochi. Let's just say that's her name. She really loves mochi. Before I knew it, I was actually willingly playing the piano. And it's not like I was forcing myself to go on to make Miss Mochi proud. It was like that in the beginning, but I've changed now. Now, playing piano actually revokes positive emotions, like happiness, joy, and exhilaration. Not like when I was with Miss Holly. When I played piano back then, I said I wanted to, I quote, "burn it, smash it, break it, stomp it, and chop it to bits." Gosh, I realized what dark thoughts I had as a kid. Usually, I hated playing piano in public. Just a small, unimportant recital made me all jittery and nervous. It's not like I have stage fright or anything, because I'm comfortable talking to you people. I just didn't want other people to judge my music. However, Miss Mochi encouraged me to play in public, like actually in front of a crowd in a hotel or mall. I was really nervous the first few times, but then people started complimenting me. I was familiar with being the kid who sucked at piano, always the worst at concertos or anything, because I didn't practice. So when people said that they liked my music, it made my self-esteem skyrocket. That applause was what gave me the confidence and happiness that I was just lacking with Miss Holly. Now, whenever there's a piano in the vicinity, I must get my hand on it! Some of you might be thinking that I'm showing off, and frankly, yes, I am. However, I've practiced real hard and put in lots of time and effort into it. I deserve to show people how far I've gotten.
Yay!
Yay! Many kids are like me, whose parents make them do something that they don't necessarily like. It doesn't have to be piano, it could be a sport, a summer camp, and the biggest one of all, school. However, I believe that if you put time, effort, and passion into it, like I did with piano, you could really enjoy it. Maybe you just have a coach or a teacher that was just not for you, Miss Holly. But if you found someone else, it could all work out. Otherwise, wouldn't it all just be a waste of time? I'll admit, if I had a penny for every second of time ever wasted, I'd be able to buy the universe and still have leftovers. And I would give it to them poor people. My point is that even if you don't like something, keep doing it. Don't quit. And something good will come out of it, in one way or another. Thank you.